Hey everybody, it's BlueToad and welcome back to Questmaster. There have been a few updates since I last played, and also a major one that just came out. Adding a new theme with a bunch of extra inclusions to it. Also, I want to check on my egg, because I haven't checked anything in a little bit. Checking my eggs. Needs more time. Need to actually play some levels is what I need to do. Also, hello, what are you doing here? Boing! I heard you can play Lucky's Locks again in 4 minutes. Interesting, that's helpful. That's very helpful. Also, does this mean I can actually get one now, and then get another one in 4 minutes? Nope, it's just gonna be in 4 minutes. Okay. Good to know. It's good info. I believe there's a few other things around town we can go check out now. So I'm gonna go do that. Hello. Another thing there that we can't activate currently. Young apprentice, what can I do for you? Let me try your woodcutting challenge. Which difficulty would you like to try? I'm still a beginner. This is a good challenge. Come on. I missed one because it didn't hold long enough. Except I think it did, but it didn't work. Anyway. Just gotta slash the 3 in a line. I really gotta practice this. It's fine, we got 49 out of 50. So close, you can try again next time. Okay. Try again. Gotta remember that I can also roll. And do some other sword things like that. There we go. Should have rolled, slashed, it's fine. Nice. Time is over. It also showed up in the top corner how many we had. Cut all 50 logs. Hats off. Even I haven't managed to achieve that. As promised, here's your reward. Got a ring but you don't know what it does. Bring it to Gemini to get it appraised. Intermediate? Okay. So can't cut some of these. That's fine. Just like getting around them is the tricky part. Nope. Oh, I still got it somehow. As it was disappearing. Please, just cut. This is tricky. I don't even know how you get this properly. Got all 50. But I think you're supposed to, like, try and get them on either side of the thing? I don't know. Here's your reward. Got a ring, but you have no idea what it does. Okay. See if there's another level. Nope, that's it. Maybe another time. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you for the challenge, though. That was really cool. I need to play this more because I could be a lot better at it, probably. Nothing? Okay. Maybe that's something for later. It might have been close enough to 4 minutes. I'll go check again. One minute. Okay. A little bit longer. Not quite there yet. Also, hello, dogs. We can pet the dogs. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let me go have a look at the mode, the new theme. Also, just realized that there's a cursor lock option in the settings which I have to turn off. Because I'm constantly going in and out of the window for recording reasons. Okay, so let's go to themes and go to Deepcoral Cove. Very nice. Let's see what else is new, because we have water, clearly, obviously. But now we also have a hookshot. There's like tons of new things I haven't seen yet. A hammer. Also, it shows us like the alternate like settings for things now. That's cool. So you can see that this has an alternate thing. Oh, a shared chest. So all the content's given to all players. That's also very helpful. No alternates for those, but there are flippers. There's an item pouch, so you can have multiple tools. Just gonna keep going through. New gem, obviously. Also, any new... Nope, that's the same as normal. But it's cool that we have, like, the actual, like, how many of this item has... Like, it's good to just see the variance of things. Mirror shield, that's cool. Anything else that might be new? Rod? Color rod, flips the current color, that's cool. I'm gonna probably have that out. I mean, there was the tornado rod, which I looked at briefly. Not very much, though. Also, more enemies, I believe? Thought there was going to be a new boss, but apparently not. I think it must be, like, something else. Maybe there is a new boss. Maybe it's just, like, underway. Just the regular variants of those. It'll be cool to see, like, different variants of some of these bosses, maybe. Because the bosses currently are, like, the regular and then a harder version. And sometimes, like, the settings for it is, like, just a whole bunch of other things, like levitate, or elevation, and invisible? That's an interesting idea. Anyway, gonna leave that for the moment. There's, like, so many things, though. That's the same as before. But, like, now I can actually, like, check things. Lots of weight for a metal trapdoor, that's cool. I want to check this blade trap as well. Directional. Sticky blade trap. Moves along walls. That's another good one. I should definitely use more of those. I've not used them at all. I really should. Is there any new enemies? I think that's the same. I mean, there's some new gold enemies that have been around for like a month. I have to really catch up on things. Yeah, the gold enemies are stronger by the looks of it. This one's just those three. Sure, there's another new different thing there. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something else. Oh, that looks really cool in this theme. I should actually probably start, like, drawing some area for things. Although I like how this is formed out so far. Gonna just, like, even it out for now. Although I've made a real mess of it by doing it like this, but that's okay. Let's just get rid of that. It's looking really cool, especially if we put in the corners. Light. I think that side's bigger than this side for some reason. It's just the way that I zoomed out, I think. Yeah, it's like by one. Do that, clean it up a bit. I believe there's also some waterfalls I'd like to see. There we go, walls. Can we swim down using flippers? Interesting, because we've got the ability to swim now, we can also do a whole bunch with that. This game is, like, really cool. I just have to say that again, because it's... Yeah, don't do that. It's just so cool, right? I think these are normal variants of these. I have to learn, like, what these look like now, though, for this theme. That's alright. Let's not go that way. Let's actually change floors, because I think floors would be a good use of the water theme. Wall fountain? Just like smaller versions of the waterfalls. We might also be able to like adjust the waterfalls to be bigger. Or not. Something to think about. Should definitely like save though, so I don't lose any progress as I'm going. What's the music? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna gush about this. You can't stop me. Might also drag the entrance out a bit more. I'm bad at this. I have not been using this tool enough. That's okay. Hang on. Just give me a moment. Swim ring makes an object able to swim. So we could actually, like, make these able to, like, swim a bit. And, like, when we're actually able to swim, we can actually come back for it. Interesting. I'm cooking right now. So I like this poison. Sink in it. Okay. Still got mud as well. I think mud would be cool to have in a water dungeon as well, possibly. Just like mix things together. As best we can. So how does this look? I need to just check a few things. It's like a chain, like pipe theme thing. That's pretty cool. Got some coral. Oh, and it like changes? Depending on where you place it. We can just like put in a whole bunch of this. Really. And reeds as well. Oh, but they have to be in water to have reeds. Interesting. So got some like water decorations. Also want to check this window. Also I like that we can have the water just flow onto the ground. Can have those there. And there. This is like such a good update. Overgrown fence. I want to just like see it in this theme. It's a little bit weak, but we can work with that. Also, I want to see if this will work. No, this doesn't have like a multi-person thing for these. Guess that's fine, we can just like use the multi-person chests. But I think this is a pretty good, pretty well cooked first room. Now to figure out the rest. Also, I like the like save animation thing. I don't know if that's new, or if I don't know. It seems new to me, because I haven't noticed that before. But yeah, that's really cool. Also, net can be laid over other tiles. Like the metal plate, metal bars, whatever they are, but it's a net. That's really cool. So I think I'm gonna have this room like cross over and then come back the other way. I've set up like the items that I want to put in. I'm probably gonna vary it, but this is gonna be how I work with it for now. I want some way to actually like... I need to actually test the hookshot is what I need to do. Right click to grapple targets. Which counts as keys, but not maps and compasses. Other items? Nope. How about big key? We can pick up the big key. That's good to know. So I can have the big key be wherever we need it to be. It is called the big key, right? Just like checking. So many items. Yeah, big key. So wait, important thing. Can I hookshot across things? Somehow. Maybe with something wooden? Yeah, there we go. But the thing is, with this, if I break it, I'm going to need to have it respawn. Also, I did notice that there's also the propeller in the interactable. Start spinning in contact with wind. Press and hold. In the context menu when placed. So I think, yeah, like, activate this with wind. To activate it, elevate. Interesting. So that's like a type of switch. Obviously, because that's there. Also, the pillars are like these spiral things. That's really cool. I gotta say. Just gonna put them in here. There's also these water gushers, which is like the fire things in lava normally. A water jet. Also, post can be slammed with a hammer into the ground. Grapple log, that's what we need to get around. So you don't break it or anything. Also, bridge connects edges of lowered walls. There's so much to this update I didn't even know about. Water pipe creates strong jet of water. It's like the wind tunnel things, but with water. I should definitely use that. That's so cool. Water is just like super cool. I just have to say that basically. Oh, but there's wind as well. Exhaust turbine. What, they're cooking. Let them cook. Moving platform. What does this look like? Ah, pretty good. And of course, lily pads are going to look good in this as well. Just checking the mirror shield. Protects from enemies and reflects projectiles. Okay, I'm just having a time with this quickly. Because it seems like I'm having trouble with the items. Because if I grab the grappling hook, I also just grab the pouch. Because if I get across here quickly and grab that, like how do I? Q, E. Okay, I see. So that works. But then if I do a little bit of this, again, because I've got stuff in my way, it deletes my grappling hook. And I can't swap it back. So I'd really have to make sure I put these on podiums if I'm gonna like add new items in. But I'd also have to make sure that at least let us swap out the item. So I can still make the bag optional, but I still want them to like grab it as they come past here. Podiums. Very important. I wish there was some kind of visual just for like a drain in a wall going like to a different room. I wanted that with lava before, but it's not a thing, so it's fine. Another thing I wish was a thing is maybe sticky as an option for floating platforms so that they can stick to walls. And also like wrap around corners and stuff like that. Also, the grapple seems to move with you as you move through across space. So if I shoot here, it's actually going to move with me. Which makes getting different targets interesting because it might also put you in a wall, possibly. There might be some glitches with this, but it's fine. Just doing another test. The water gusher does move items. Interesting. Want to use that. Not across pits, though. Also, that's under the water now. Oh, we can have items underwater? That changes a few things. But also, I want to make this one float. I pressed the wrong button, it's fine. Nice. Okay, cool. Also, we can hookshot the item. So I have to actually be very careful about how I place this out. Which I've already made it difficult for myself, so I'm gonna have to keep adjusting things. That might work, though. Did I give myself the item? I didn't give myself the item. Okay. So this room, we can hit all the switches. Just like that. Which kind of gets the item to where we need it to be. Kind of. And then everything's flowing with water now. Need to make sure I lock that door. Also, the door lock is an anchor? Oh no, the door, like, closed door is an anchor. But that's, like, really cool, though. So if I have... Maybe this room, I'm gonna have that as a thing. That's really cool. Also, the other thing that I thought might be a thing is a thing. We can make it a waterfall door. Connects two areas. But, like, do we just, like, walk through? Oh, yes. That is important to know. Because it kind of looks exactly like a waterfall, right? Yeah, pretty much. That's awesome. Good design. Thank you, team that designed this. You are amazing. I'm gonna use it somewhere else, though. Ooh. Nah. I changed my mind. This is gonna be a door now. Another thing I wish there was a thing of was, like, is wall-mounted targets, probably, so I can, like, grapple across, but, like, it's still part of the wall. And probably something similar with, like, a switch as well. Although that's probably a thing already, if I look hard enough. What did I do to get this little gap here? Or does that just like naturally happen sometimes? Because that'd be a cool addition to the puddle, is just having some random outlining bits, but I don't think that's what it is. I think it's actually nope. I don't know what I did. I'm happy with it though. Okay, so I was wrong about the waterfalls because I managed to get a bigger one by dragging it. Like that, okay. So you can get bigger waterfalls, which is good to know. I don't know why I didn't get that to work the first time, I just didn't drag it apparently. But yeah, that's good. Also, I did something to these walls to make them weird because it's a lower down area. So it's supposed to have the double walls, but over here it hasn't got that thing because I copied it. And I kind of like the way it turned out like that, so I'm going to keep it like that if I can. Oh, it's broken on those that there though. I'd have to copy this out a bit. Like that. No? No, it's just... It looks different because I haven't put in the waterfall. It's fine. Man, when you break the walls, you can just put things in places that they really shouldn't be. It's great. Okay, so another thing would be cool to have waterfalls act differently in different like scenarios, like for poison and mud as well. And lava probably. Also, I just learned something very interesting about these targets. Hang on. I have to get rid of that. Hang on. You can retract them. Which means you can probably attach them to switches, which is actually fascinating. That's great. I'm really not sure what to do with these rooms, but it's probably fine. It's just hard to showcase the stuff I want to showcase, but I also want to have these rooms be the different other things, so you can like kind of see like how they look in this new theme. It's only like a slight difference, but yeah, even the mud's not that different. Like at all, but the poison is a different color, which is why I wanted to have that over there. Also, I'm having a hard time with like removing items from the chests. Like if I click on this and I try to drag this out, it doesn't let me, which is weird. Okay, so this key can't float in the mud. Good to know. And it also can't float in poison, so that's important stuff to know. I really wish that the post was also a switch kind of thing, because that'd be cool. But it's just like a obstacle that you can get out of the way with the hammer. Oh, my thing broke. Which might be why the game has been crashing and why there was a patch. Possibly. That's fine. I still have some things in broken spots that I'm gonna have to take this out, unfortunately. Okay, so these chests don't swap items either. Which is annoying, but I have to live with it now. So I'm gonna just have to make that pouch just required, basically. Or I just make it that this is on a podium. Which might make more sense. Oh hey, it worked. The patch is working. Okay, I think it's finally cooked. I think I've finished cooking, I think. So I'm gonna play through it now. I'm gonna see how it turned out. It's not like that long, but it did take a lot of time to adjust all the things to what they need to be. Also, I guess I could actually... No. Right, because I have to get the flippers to be able to do anything upstairs. That makes sense. But I've managed to make it that you need to get the item bag, whatever it is. Equipment bag. Also, the grapple is really good for these bat enemies, if I can actually hit them. Please. There we go. It just kills them in one hit, basically. Just gotta press all the things down. Just like that. Giving us a key. And also makes all the water turn on and the lights go down a bit, which is cool. Hit the switch there. Gonna have to wait for the lily pad to go around before we go. It's just basically there to remind you to hit the switch there if you don't already. Otherwise, you have to go back for it by hitting the other switch over here, which gets rid of the water for the lily pad to go over there. Which I don't think you can actually survive the lily pad for that long, but you'll teleport you back here if you stand on the ground, so that's good. Actually, I might have broke a few things with that, but that's fine. I might be able to fix that. Just gotta take out all these enemies. So yeah, I might have to adjust that before I upload. I really wanted to use more of the gold enemies. And I did it in a few places. Not many places though. Just a few places. It was also weird with the bridge room because using the bridge doesn't actually change where things spawn, and sometimes when you have like multiple layers in a room, the enemies will spawn below rather than on the top level, which is weird. Also, we can go back here for a heart fragment. I've also found that you can actually dive underneath platforms like that. I actually need the big key. So you can actually like stay underwater as long as you're underneath another platform, which can be quite useful for other things later on. Just going to bring the big key with me. Get it to spawn right there because I can't throw it across. I'm going to grapple it across instead. Okay. Can't go that way. We can, however, go get the map over here. I don't know why I put it in that specific chest. I don't think you need it to be in a shared chest like that. But now we can see the rest of the rooms. It actually shows the door on this, which is interesting. But hopefully, like, you forget about it. I don't know. I kind of play into what the player knows and what they forget as much as possible. For better or worse. Interesting, it shows like the big key on the map as well as ourselves. That's really cool. But anyway, let's go this way. Grab the big key and take it with us. I like having the ruined boss there. But now we need 2 keys. And we also need to not forget the mirror shield over here. I'm very good at forgetting the mirror shield. It's kind of useful, but only like for one room. Pretty much. Which is this room. Which is why I wanted to get it straight away. Because these enemies, like, I want to repel their shots back at them to take them out. If I actually remember to press the button and hold it in the right direction, that'd probably also help. Like this. Nice. That drops another key over there as well. Want to grab the rod, because we need that, and we need to actually have both items, so that's why I need the pouch. Let's unlock that. Try the other side now. This room has been upgraded a fair bit since I last looked at it. I tried to fit more in, which I think has worked out for the best. Because we can hit that switch there to get over here, but then we need the ability to be able to switch it ourselves to be able to get across here. And I actually found out you can actually grapple to these actual switch, like the blocks. I don't know what to call them. The color blockades you can actually grapple to, which makes the use of the rod very good for that. Very good indeed. Have to get better at switching items though. I do like that you just like press the buttons for it. Also need to take out all the enemies in here for an extra item thing. I'm not sure what the best place to get them to is though, because they generally try to be close to the player. I think over here is where you want to be. You just get lucky with where they spawn. And grapple doesn't do damage, I don't think, so I can't just, like, do that a whole bunch. I have to actually hit him. That'll work. Come on. No. This might take me a bit. It's all luck based on where they spawn. That will depend. That's what you need. You need them to spawn in good places to be able to get through this quickly. Sorry to anyone that tries to speedrun this level. It's all RNG now. No, the bubble. This doesn't hurt me, as long as it doesn't go in the mud anyway. But we also get a heart piece fragment from doing that. Now, before we go anywhere else, if we look at the map, we can see that this goes down and actually overlays with some of the previous areas. I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. So if we jump off the ledge to the left here, we can actually go back to an area that was blocked off because of signs I put in. We can get this heart fragment here. It's making that 3, I believe. We just need one more. They're actually like pretty close together at the end here. Go through a portal. Just trying to remember where I'm going. I like that I can tie things to the key switches. Or key blocks. Oh boy. Bats. Which I think can get hurt by... yeah, they can get hurt by the arrows being shot around. We need to take them all out though. And also hit the switch because they're all tied together. But I tried to have some different enemies in here, but they would always try to spawn on the lower level rather than the upper level. Which is weird. And same with the flame bars. I couldn't get the flame bars to be on the upper level. And nothing can be put on top of the bridge either, so you have to actually just, like, work around it for the moment. But there we go. Got an extra heart. Can go to the boss room. Except this isn't actually the boss room, because this is not the right music for the boss. This is just an enemy room. Important thing to know the difference between. But also, if we go underneath these platforms here, I've left a little bit of regular platform, because if you go into a regular platform from below, it will still push you up on top of the platform, which I think is kind of helpful, and allows you to do some different things with that. Also, I did an incredible job with this fight right now. In practice, I just, like, got almost decimated by these things. There we go. Item chest, but I think that's fine. Because I had it as a swapping point before, but then it would still drop the grapple, even if you had a space for multiple items, which is weird, but I'm trying to work it out. Anyway, let's go down this way now, which I guess we could have gone through before, but we actually need the hammer. Get that. And teleport up. Here's good. Can get any final things that we missed. And we can go over this way and hit the switch over here. We also don't need any of the other items, so it's fine if we, like, swap them out. But I'd still like to have them all for, like, if it helps the fight in any way. Even though it doesn't. There's also a hidden fairy if I swap my items around. No, I don't have the grapple anymore. Okay, that's just gone, so I can't do the thing there. There's a hidden fairy there. In case you lose the first one. Can't go back now. There's also a side room here, with some pots for health. If you need the health, grab it now, because you can't come back for it. Basically. Because this is the real boss room. Which, since there's no new boss, I wanted to mix all the bosses together, and make use of the fact that these worm things, can't remember what they're called, can float in the water now. And also the statue can get stuck in the water. And then there's also the wizard there, which just pushes you around with bubbles, so it doesn't hurt you, but it will make the rest of the fight harder. Which is kind of what I wanted. It's a surprisingly well-balanced boss from what I found in practice and setting it up. Because not everything hurts you, but you have to be like aware of all the things trying to get to you. And if you try to take out the statue too early, it's going to make it harder because you have to actually like get away from it. And trying to roll and get away from it doesn't work very well when in water. Swim and get away from it is what I was trying to say. I'm losing a lot of health. This is why we have a fairy. And why there's a backup fairy if you lose the first one to the gold enemies. The statue can also hurt some of the other bosses, which is good for us. Might make it go up a little bit faster. Maybe. Oh my goodness. I'm getting swarmed. Okay, one of the bosses is already almost dead. It sounds like the statue got it. If I can get rid of this, that'd be nice. We can also pop its bubbles before it stops us, so we can actually like just keep hitting it pretty much. For the most part. The worms also drop hearts, which is good for us if we need them. Where'd the other one die? Over there. Have to dive for the health. If we can get the statue over here, that'd be great though. Because it's a lot harder to fight it in the water area. Okay, I'm just gonna dive underneath the platform now. Because it can't hurt me while I'm down here. And I don't go up for air, apparently. Which I'm fine with that, because that makes it a lot better for survivability. We just have to be cautious of the last phase because it'll be faster. We need to still resurface. Which, going from swimming to resurfacing is slow, basically. Gotta be very careful. I think we're pretty close now. Not quite the last phase, but almost. Oh boy. I wonder what the bridge looks like on other themes as well. I have to try that out. Okay, this must be the last phase because the thing's just turned yellow. I might die, but that's okay because we have a fairy. Yeah. This last phase is the tricky bit because you just have to brute force it basically. But there we go. Dungeon complete. Just needs like a few tiny tweaks and then it's good to go. But there we go. Let me go check on my stuff now that's been a lot longer than 4 minutes. Like a lot longer. Minigame. Like to play around a shell game. Shuffle the cups. Today's prize. I wonder where it will be. I wonder if this gets harder. That'd be cool. I'm glad it doesn't though. Got a ring. Wonder how my chicken's going. My egg. It's hatching! We got a chicken! Chicken! We did it! This is amazing. It's dangerous to go alone. And that's why we got a chicken. This game's so good. Especially because it's still being made and there's more stuff being added to it in updates. Still a round of Lucky's Locks. I love that the chicken just flies around me. Okay, let's try this one. Another key. Let's try this one. Ah, better luck next time. Okay. That's fine. But I think that's probably everything, except for, like, checking all the rings that I've been collecting. Since I've got a bunch of those. There might be some other stuff around town that I'm not aware of, but anyway. Could you appraise these rings for me? Let me see. Half the time it takes to charge up a spin attack. That's pretty good. Performs 2 spin attacks in a row, as opposed to just 1. Halves damage from drowning in lava. Return with rings to appraise. Those are some good rings. How's my ring box looking? Oh my goodness, there's so many empty spaces. I'm not sure if that's, like, to be added, or if that's already in the game. It's probably already in the game, considering. What do you have to say? Supposed to be a ring that increases luck. Also, I have to quickly test something. Okay. So it gives us 2 items. Grab another pouch. Still only 2 items. Okay. I was wondering if like each one would give you an extra spot, but it doesn't look like that. This game's amazing. Anyway, I think that's probably it for now though. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.